Hey everyone, welcome to the Mox Monkeys Podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Zeke.
Here, we will discuss all things Canadian Highlander. Now, first, we have some cards that we've been really hot on in the past week or so. Zeke, do you want to start?
Yeah, I've been playing a braid a lot more recently, and the card just kind of does everything I want it to do. It's killing a little dude. I've also been playing a lot of Rakdos, so that's part of it. But it just kills a threat, and then sometimes it just nukes a Soul Ring or a Mox or, just another relevant artifact like a Skull Clamp or something. So I've just been liking the utility of it, and so that's my card of the week.
I like it.
And
Would play.
Mine is also a 1 red card. It's Reckless Pyro Surfer. This card's a 2-mana 2/2 haste. Landfall, it gets Battle Cry. I'm so high on this card, and I have seen 0 other people playing it.
What is Battle Cry? It's +1/+0?
Every other attacking creature, when this attacks, every other attacking creature gets +1/+0.
Okay.
And so this, you play it and you swing for 2. Next turn, you play a fetch land, you crack the fetch land, you play a 3-drop, you swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn, you play another fetch, you play more stuff, you swing for even more. It just gets so much better the more creatures you have, adding power to your board. Pretty often, I've just played a 1-drop, played this on 2, play a fetch on 3, and this is effectively swinging as a 6/2.
Because it has haste, yes?
Yes.
There you
I
go.
don't hate it.
Even playing just a basic mountain, it's like, great, everything else is +1. Oh,
Yeah.
boom.
Like, a 2-mana 3/2 haste would already be good, if not great. And this is often much, much, much more than that. I think if you're a decently go-wide deck, something like Boros, I feel like you should be on this card. Medium red, it's great. Honestly, there's a case for even something like Goblins. Just any super go-wide deck.
If you have tokens, yeah.
Yeah, it's so strong with fetch lands. It is the reason that I'm playing fetch lands in medium red.
Are you playing it? So you are playing it in your current medium red build?
I am.
Okay.
It's so good.
All right, Jeff, what's your card?
My card is, now when I first started playing Canlander, a deck I fell in love with was Blue-White Control. I'm playing a lot of Jeskai, and I just put it back in Jeskai. It is Entreat the Angels. I recently had to cut 4th Aerolingus for point reasons, but I put Entreat the Angels back in as my replacement. And when you play it, even if you Mystical Tutor for it, or you just draw it because you're lucky, and even if you make 1 angel or 2 angels off of it, they're just decent sized bodies. I mean, 4th makes 2/2s with haste and you get the Monarch, but these are 4/4s with flying, and they will just go over things. They can block most anything. And there have been times when it's Mystical, do it, play a fetch, Mystic Sanctuary, let's do it again next turn. I even went to Fairy one time, hard cast it on my opponent's end step because I had uptick to Fairy. And then you just get a swing in with my 3 angels. That was awesome.
I was kind of low on it when you started playing it, and now that I've died to it several times, I'm kind of back on. I think it might be. It's obviously not anywhere near as good as 4th Aerolingus, but 4/4s are real. The fact that they're 4/4 flyers, it's like.
And the fact that.
Just kill people.
And for every 1 mana, if you miracle it, for every 1 mana you get 4 power. You have to pay that initial white. But everything after that, the rate is very good for a mid-2000s, early 2000s card.
And other miracle cards, it's really bad when it's in your hand.
But I've still hard cast it maybe 2-3 times in my life.
Yeah.
I still love the card.
You are a deck that can get to 7 mana sometimes, and just being able to 7 mana, 8/8 of power.
Yeah. It's also good with Brainstorm.
And you can brainstorm it away and shuffle it and then Mystical later.
Brain
so, yeah.
Surge.
I do like Brainstorm, and then you consider your opponent's end step. Whoop! Bunch of dudes.
Nice.
I will keep playing it for a long time.
I like it.
Need some sort of income in the deck.
But with all that said, we have a main topic. We want to talk about what we think is the best deck in Canadian Highlander.
Yeah.
But there is some disagreement here.
There's a little debate going on.
So,
That shows you that the format's healthy.
Yeah.
We're not a bunch of standard players talking about the best version of Vivi. Anyway.
God, Vivi. Anyway, what's the best deck in Canadian Highlander, Zeke?
The best deck in Canadian Highlander, I believe, is Rakdos Aggro.
Okay.
I have been playing Rakdos Aggro for a good 6 months now, and man, that deck just fucking kills people, dude. It just is so powerful. It doesn't really have a bad matchup, because I don't care if you're coming off if you're dead. So
but you also have like hand attack, and you have like a handful of hate cards here and there. But also just like it's that theory of let me just put only good cards in my deck.
Yeah.
And then like the Moxen get better when your 2-drops are better as well.
Yeah. That's I think the strength of at least the version I'm playing right now. It's really heavy on like 2-drops. Just they keep printing all these really busted 2-drops. Hexing Squelcher, Spider Punk,
Reckless Power Surfer.
Reckless Power. I might actually try it.
Give it a try.
I might try
it. Kind
it.
of hits.
I love May too. That's so good.
FOMO. Like all these 2-mana bombs that you just have to deal with is like really difficult. And then there's these 2-mana hand attack creatures like the free Kitesail Freebooter, the Bat. Like having more hand attack is just so good, especially in a format where every card is just a haymaker. And then if they have to waste their removal on Deep Cavern Bat, and then I drop Screaming Nemesis, and they've wasted their removal on it, and now they're dead. So it's just like, it's just constantly just 1-2 punching you always, and every card is just like, every card is good. Like you're not really playing a stinker in that deck. So
as an aggro deck, what are your like what's your top end? What are your expensive cards?
in my version, I mean, you got like your Death Greeter's Champion is kind of a really good finisher. I mean,
that card kills people.
That card kills people. Like the fact that it's just like you can just dash it every turn and just give something double strike. It feels when I first looked at the card, I was like, this card seems too expensive for what it's doing. I could have been more wrong. The card is nuts. The fact that you can dash it or you can cast it just as a dude and then give something double strike right away is fine.
Yeah, it's like if you have a 3-power attacker, if you dash it, you're adding, I think, an extra
4 goes to 8. It's an 8 power. It's 8
I think
power.
9? No, because, okay, you're giving +1 power and doubling it, so it's double strike. So that's an extra of 5.
Yeah.
And then a 2-power double striker. So it's a total of 9 extra points of burst.
Yeah.
Which is crazy rate.
It just like out of the blue can just kill someone. Oh, yeah. And then obviously the deck has its finishers like Price of Progress. I literally had a game last night where the only card that I could win with was Price of Progress, and I top deck it and I cast it and he died.
Beautiful.
Hey Jared, remember that? But yeah, I just think the deck has very few bad matchups. I honestly think its worst matchup is aggro, because sometimes
you pay a bunch of life.
You pay a lot of life, and like
you're
sometimes
snuffing out, you're dismembering. You're on Bob, right?
I am on Bob.
Yeah.
Greatness at any cost, baby.
I've seen you pay a lot of costs.
What was it? Olifant?
Sometimes you flip Olifant and you go, fuck, I'm just dead now.
Great.
I'm trying out a soul spread, so I died to Mana Crypt the other day. Like my opponent just decided not to cast anything and just hope for the best because they didn't have an answer. So they were just like, if you lose the flip, I win, and I lost.
50-50.
So, but a card I'm really high on in the deck right now is May.
My.
May. Is it Mai?
I think it's Mai.
I'm pretty sure it's May.
Is it?
I think it's May.
Either or. It's the black
Let us know
2-mana
in the
2/2
comments
with
below.
first strike, and whenever a player casts a non-creature, they lose 2 life.
Yeah. Getting Cabal at 2 mana is nuts, and I don't care if I take the damage. Like, who cares?
First strike also is
First strike is nuts.
underrated.
There's so many combo decks running around. Like, in terms of the wider meta, I think Combo and Jeskai are kind of at the top in terms of general archetypes.
No.
And just, it turns off every combo. Like, Academy crumbles, right? In terms of Breach crumbles. Hulk can make it through, but they need to combo really fast.
They can win at that point, but they're going to cantrip a lot and then just die.
And then Time Vault can make it through, but again, if you jam it early, they either have to kill it or deal with it in some fashion, or otherwise they're taking like 4 to 6 a turn.
So it feels almost D&T-esque where it's like you're very aggro, but you have all these hate pieces along the way.
Yeah, you got a lot of, but your hate pieces is more directed in like the hand attack kind of realm, which it's just like you go like land hand attack, and then the next turn you're like dropping a 3-drop with a Soul Ring or something, and then it's just like, what do you do at that point when you're presenting lethal on turn 3? It's like, it's hard to deal with. Like, it's just genuinely
Draw swords and path.
Yeah, like it forces your opponents to draw perfects, and this is a 100-card singleton. You're not always going to draw perfects. So
It's the classic. It's like disruption is really good, But if you have disruption with no clock or threat, then you kind of struggle. You give your opponent too much chance to crawl their way out of it.
Yeah.
Right? If you have the threat with no disruption, oftentimes combo decks can out-combo you, can out-race you. But if you manage to marry them well together, it can be really strong. And I feel like so many people tried for so long to marry those two together because in theory it works out so well. You have all the good red aggro, you have all the good black disruption, but it just didn't work. For, what was it? You look at like the YJ meta, other Canlander stuff, and for years and years people tried and it didn't function. But I think something changed in the past like 2 years where they just started printing all these really good cards.
Yeah.
And so now your threats can actually win the game quick enough and like at a high enough quality that the deck works.
And I think another strength of the deck is it doesn't live or die on its points. Like getting points is just a bonus, but like your average like Rakdos opener is like land, hand attack, turn 2, 2-drop, turn 3.
That's
Baragoyf or
That's still
something,
ideal.
or like,
Yeah.
or if but if you do have
Baragoyf,
ramp, then you can land a 2-drop early, or you can go hand attack and then 2-drop, 2-drop. Now you have 2 problems on the board, and like you have to deal with both of them. And like I had a game the other night where I had May or Mai in play, and my opponent had a demonic tutor, but in order to find the removal spell, they had the demonic tutor, which brought them to 1, but then they couldn't get the removal spell, so it's just like they just couldn't do anything. So
2 mana and first strike.
So yeah, and I just think every matchup it's favored in.
Yeah.
It's not I don't mean it's favored in every matchup. I think it
You can
is.
say it.
I think in every matchup that's not like a mirror match, I think is favored.
Even in a mirror match, it plays a role because it has first strike.
We're talking about the deck in general.
Deck in general, but yes,
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So that's my case.
Yeah, I think it's a strong.
I think it's a strong case.
It's definitely the best aggro deck. And I would have built it if you hadn't already built it.
I'll die on the hill that it is for sure the best aggro deck.
I can see it.
I will agree.
Yeah. My view is a little different. I think that Flash Hulk is the best current deck.
Okay.
I would have built it if you hadn't. But it's one of those decks that doesn't get a ton of attention because I think it's a little less sexy than a lot of other decks.
Yeah.
It just does the thing. But the thing's really good and the thing wins games.
It's really good. It's really hard to interact with.
Sometimes the joy of it is actually like, or the interesting parts of it, just like Breach, is that the joy of playing it is you have to actually like get to that point.
Yeah.
Right? That's the actual battle, not doing the combo.
Yeah.
And the combo is, again, so well protected right now with like how finely fixed the whole pile is. None of that Karmic Guide, Restoration Angel crap anymore. It's a very, very finely tuned.
I think it's just also, I think the top tier meta is primarily combo and blue control decks. Usually that's Jeskai, but it can sometimes be check, it can sometimes be Dimir tempo. But Flash Hulk is usually fast enough to at least race most combo decks. Things like Academy, things like Vault. It can at least go off as fast or faster than a lot of combo decks.
Yep.
Then, against blue decks, it has the advantage of flash combo, which is just, you can just jam at any time. Being able to go off at instant speed means your opponent can never go shields down, not even for a moment. So often they just end up floating 2, 3, 4 mana, as you get to go instant speed tutor, go instant speed, do whatever you want, right? You get to spend mana and they just never can, because they have to live in fear.
Well, it plays all that blue interaction, so you can kind of play that control game.
And the black interaction. Like the hand attack says, one, you get rid of the any interaction they may have. You also get a look at their hand. And if they have nothing, you just do the thing.
But like if you're in like a counter war, like maybe you're fighting over a Baragoyf or something, you can do a counter war for a little bit, and then you can just sneak in your flash at the end and just be like, I feel like you're out of counter spells by now, and then you just win.
Yeah.
Off of a, like, because you can kind of like almost bluff in a counter war. Like you're like,
Absolutely.
This is really important, and then you make them use your counter spells, and then you actually have the win in your hand.
It also has like the tutor suite, like the tutor pool is insane.
It's so good.
Because like you have Mystical Tutor, gets flash. Mystical Tutor also gets Summoner's Pact. The Summoner's Pact, which used to be pointed, I believe, is insane because Spellseeker gets it. Solve the Equation gets Summoner's Pact. It's like every tutor more or less gets either card.
There's a lot of crossover with all your tutors, which makes it like super consistent.
Except for Merchant Scroll, which only gets flash. I mean, it gets Mystical, which gets Summoner's Battle, but like that's just stupid.
A lot of work and card disadvantage.
Yeah.
The fact that you get some Summoner's Pact where you can just like instant speed get it, no mana, and then all of a sudden like it's just so freaking broken how good this deck is.
The packs are so good in this.
So good.
And as we were talking about putting in Elvish Spear Guide, which is also plus mana.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, I copied my list.
things.
Don't have it yet, but I want to put that in really soon.
I think it's so hot.
Yeah.
I think Flash Hulk, it preys on the meta in a very good way, in that it beats Jeskai because of that instant speed nature, or at least is very tough for Jeskai to play against, and other blue control decks to play against. Races combo very well. It's just a fast combo deck, can beat other stuff. Then it does struggle against, for example, Rakdos, where hand attack at the right moment can get it. You can definitely mess with it in other ways. But I think it's a predator of the winner's metagame, I'm going to say.
It's also very, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a super fast combo, but it's consistent in that it doesn't take 6 turns to do. You can like really like mulligan, get like a tutor and a cantrip, and that'll be like, you have the tutor, great, that cantrip gets the second tutor, and there you go, you're doing it on turn 3 or 4.
But it's also the same strength as like a Time Vault deck where sometimes you just have it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just, voltaic key Time Vault. And sometimes you just play your second land, cast Flash, and then you just...
And then what I was saying was like, sometimes your aggro opponent just gets there before you do.
Yeah.
Like you don't necessarily have all the time in the world to do the thing.
Yeah.
Usually,
Sometimes.
or at least a decent amount of the time, you can outrace them, right? I think against like Mono Red, for example. Mono Red usually kills turn 4-ish, and Flash usually kills turn 4-ish. So it's sort of that same thing of combo, where it's just, you have a decent match here, because you can, you usually have decent odds at outracing them.
Comes down to the dice roll and the mulligan at that point.
Aggro with disruption, like Rakdos, is a little bit tougher, especially if they have the right disruption at the right moments.
Yeah, if they have an oppo, you're just toast. Like, so.
You do also die to oppo, but so does every other combo
So
deck.
does every other combo deck, so.
You oppo for Flash if they don't have it, because the World Spine Worm
Flash
backup
or
is...
roll.
Sometimes Academy can get around oppo, because sometimes you're just drawing cards with the One Ring.
That's
True.
true.
That means probably you already have the combo in play, though, so maybe it's kind of a
Yeah. If you've resolved One Ring and you're not dead as Academy, I feel like you won.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's unfortunate that no one's going to discuss Academy in this, but alas.
Academy's my favorite combo deck, but I don't think it's the best one.
Yes.
It's one of those weird ones that I think you see a lot of people play because it's just a really fun, really weird deck. Flash Hulk has the problem where it's just, I found A, I found B, I won the game.
I put Flash Hulk in the same boring category as like Breach, where it's like you do A plus B and then now I've done the thing, and it's like Academy you do have to go through the motions, and it's, let's face it, it's fun to take game actions.
Yep.
It's fun to cast my thing, untap my things.
It's fun to crank that Academy.
I feel like it's also just, it's often novel, right? You've got to figure out some weird new line that you've never seen.
Academy's very fresh.
New cards come in a lot.
Every new cards come in, but also it's like I'm not looking for A plus B.
Man.
Like my A plus B combo is, Academy and the One Ring and Paradox Engine, but like that doesn't necessarily mean I win on the spot. I do need to draw sort of right now. If you have those 3 cards in play and you lose, that's kind of on you.
It's going to be different every time.
But yeah, it's going to be different. But Flash Hulk, it's like, I mean, yes, I guess you could get World Spine Worm in a pinch, but
That's
that against you
plenty.
once.
yeah.
No, it's like an analogy I'd like to use is like Goblins has a bunch of synergies, and it has a bunch of like 1 or 2 random infinites that aren't the traditional like Kiki Snoop lines. But you have to have been playing Goblins for like years or really take a moment to stare at the board before you figure it out. Because it's like, sack this, reanimate this, do this discounts this, which leads to this.
Well, it's good you put that in our Jeopardy question. So
Goblins is hard.
Good.
It was a 1,000 question.
Yes.
It's supposed to be hard.
I was months into playing Academy until I realized that Rings of Brighthearth plus Manamo was infinite mana.
I didn't know that either.
It was so funny. Yeah, I
When they
think we were
posted
there.
that in the
when
comment,
we
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because I loaned my deck to somebody else, and I saw him do it, and I went,
I didn't realize Rings was just triggered ability.
Yeah.
I thought it was specifically of artifacts.
Yeah. No. You
Isn't it
could dupe a fetch.
Because
yeah, it's activated
Or
ability.
you have to
Yeah.
you have to read the card. That's a big thing. That's my hot tip of the week. Read the card.
It doesn't say like.
Okay, you can't say that in 2026. No one has the time to read cards. You
What
see
ring
what they
should
do?
say is pay 2, if you control a basalt monolith at infinity.
That's true. Cards say too much.
This is-
Can we talk about that for just a quick second? Cards have too many fucking words on them.
And there's no flavor text because of that. I want lore.
Okay,
Give me
you're
lore on
actually
my
so
cards.
right.
I'm
You're
going
right.
off topic
actually
here, and we're going to
agree.
stay here for a second. Cards have too many fucking words on them. And I'm tired of reading all these goddamn cards. I'm tired of all these motherfucking snakes, all these motherfucking planes.
And actually, of all these one-card
You
engines.
know what? I disagree. They have too many words not on the cards. It's like, all right, I venture into the initiative. What does that do? Oh, I look at it's double-sided for even more words.
Let's take Spider-Punk, for example. That card
Okay.
has like 3 lines of text, and they're all good. It has Riot. It says spells and abilities can't be countered.
It can't be countered.
No, it can be countered.
It can be countered.
I don't even know. Damage can't be prevented.
Okay.
Why a card has so many words on them?
Because money.
And
but
then,
also
and then they
complexity
printed the
creates-
same card and like 2 sets later in Hexing Squelcher.
Yep.
But it's better.
They also have
it
the
is.
green one, Questing Bailoff or whatever. 3-2 base.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Questing Bailoff.
It's
I like how that's its name.
It's something,
because
it's something Bailoff, yeah.
It's
But
a
yeah.
Bailoff.
Yeah, they keep printing
2 mana, 3.
again. They keep printing these cards at 2 mana. Too good.
So many
Anyways, I'm off my high
words.
horse. But
Back then, the wordiest card was Cryptic Command, which I could still word for word tell you what it says.
I don't know about that.
It's my favorite thing. Asking a judge to recite the Oracle of Cryptic Command word for word, and they usually can't get it.
I think one thing I miss, and I say miss as if I've been playing Magic since the early 2000s or 90s, which I have not.
We can tell you if you're right. I've
But,
been playing Magic for a decade.
I liked
Same.
when it seemed like they printed cards that said figure something out. I think Doomsday is a really good example.
Yeah.
Where they printed Doomsday and it's like, I don't know, figure something out. And I read this article that was talking about like an old Doomsday combo where it's like you have to time twister a bunch and then you stack your deck in a way and then you LED a bunch and then you brain geyser your opponent to death.
Okay.
That's really cool, but really stupid.
It's really cool, really stupid. But like they didn't like nowadays it's like, did you play this card that says when you do the thing, then you draw cards
Yeah.
and you get counters?
I was
and
just
it's all
going
on
to
the
say,
same card.
Wan Chi Tong is
Wan Chi
literally
Tong.
cards and counters.
Yeah.
And Flash. and Vigilance.
I'm thinking like Inti, where it's like the card says, hey,
You
whenever
can-
you do the thing, get a bonus. And it lets
You can do the thing. Yes.
It's never
Yeah,
one or
like,
the other. It's
like
always
here's the
both.
bonus for doing the thing, and also here's the thing that gives you the bonus.
That's just,
It's every card is a
Commander
self-contained engine,
yeah.
which makes for really powerful cards, but it is like I see what you mean. You want to make
Yeah.
the
It's
engine.
magic. It's magic for dummies. Like let's
Yeah.
be real. And obviously we all play these cards because they're broken.
Yeah.
But it's not interesting.
Yeah.
We look
There's
at cards
nothing
like
interesting about Spider-Punk.
There's
I
nothing
keep
interesting
saying
about Barrow
So
Void.
Spider-Man pilled.
Minsk and Boo. Those are all cards that are like self-contained engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Minsk and Boo.
But-
Minsk and Boo is so good. Get your commander slot.
Anyways, Flash Hulk is good, right?
Anyway, Flash Hulk is good. Any more comments on
But Flash,
Hulk?
this is a great example. Flash, when they printed it, they were like,
Figure something out.
this is a weird way to like...
Okay, well,
No,
I
Flash?
I think they printed it wrong, right? They wanted you to just be able to flash stuff out as a combat trick, and they
Yeah.
missed the like dies trigger. They missed like, oh, you put in
Yeah,
something
but at the
that
time,
wants
Brody
to
Hulk
die.
wasn't like printed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People were doing like
But they
Academy
didn't-
Rector stuff.
I don't think
for a
they
bit.
intended that.
No,
Not at all.
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like I don't think they intended like all these like Doomsday piles. To show
And then
up.
Protean Hulk came out, and people were like, "Okay, what can I do with
Wait
this?"
a minute, yeah.
Yeah,
And they had the whole karma.
it's
Guide
just
crap,
it's
but-
fun to discover things, and like there's not a lot of
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of discovery that can happen when the card is just objectively good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like discovering how cards work out. Oh, tune the narrative, rather than the skies.
You're coloring inside the coloring book. I'm sorry.
I know, but I still love that.
All right. Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, Flash, Hulk, great deck. I think it's the best deck because it beats up a lot of the other winners,
Mm-hmm.
even if it can struggle against some of the weirder out there decks.
Mm-hmm.
What do
My
you
best
think?
deck?
What do you think?
I was torn between two. One of them being Flash Hulk. But for the sake of discussion, let's all of us yap about the one, the only, the Jund of Canadian Highlander, which is Jeskai Control.
The Jund of Canadian Highlander isn't Jund?
No, well,
You can still play Jund.
you talk about old school, like modern, where like Jund was
I
the
actually
pile.
agree with this.
Yeah, Jund was the pile. Jund was the deck, right? You think of Jund, the modern deck, and you can think about the absolute card quality of that deck. But nowadays, in this era of Magic in this format, in a way it's kind of Jeskai, whereas this is my pile of cards that are all really good but also have some synergy together. It's also funny that like anytime somebody new will come to our LGS, or anytime like even at other LGSs I've been to, people will come and be like, hey, I built Jeskai, I hope that's okay. One, winning the game is not against the rules in this format. Mm-hmm. And two, it's just really good. And we all know how much I love like a control mirror. Like,
yeah, super fun.
It's strong, and I think it's also a deck that benefits from two things. One, you being a skilled player three things. One, you being a skilled player, which I'm not. Two, you having experience with the deck, which I'm always getting. And three, you knowing your meta, which I, in a way, kind of do right now. I'm starting to try to figure out and memorize all of your different sleeve colors. And the sleeve colors of everybody else that are
gotta swap them
all
up.
my decks are in black sleeves. Good luck.
I gotta swap them up.
That's the problem. I saw your like navy blue sleeve. I thought you were playing medium red and you were on something else.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, my mulligan sucked.
No, I changed all those out because I disassembled medium red to make the mono red artifacts deck medium shred, and then RDW.
Right.
I think Jeskai, I agree with all your points. I think
white.
Jeskai does like greatly help if you are a very experienced player and you kind of know what to look for, because you're gonna live or die on your mulligans.
Yep.
Because if you keep a hand with a lot of like creature removal and then you play Academy or something, you're just like in trouble.
I was at that event in Lacey, Washington last weekend, and this is game 2. I'm like looking at my opening hand, and there's like 2 red removal spells and a path, and I'm looking at my opponent, and I'm like trying to just read not their cards, but just like how they're holding their cards, how they're speaking, who they are. I'm trying to get a read. How long have you been playing Magic? Are you playing a creature deck? Are you playing just straight up control, or are you playing Flash Hulk? Because what you're playing will dictate how good this hand is. And they were on Boros, which like, I'm like, it's just a small tournament with a $5 entry. Sure, I'll keep this. And like that, I won that game because of that. It was game 1. I won that one. Yeah,
with hands like that, Jeskai does just kind of beat up on creature decks.
Yeah.
Just because it has all the best removal.
In that same tournament, my match 1, game 1 and 2 I won, simply because I let them overextend and I just terminused at the right time. Like, I was lucky to get mystical both times. They had 4 creatures on board. I'm like, I have removal. I'm not going to spend it. I'm going to mystical. I'm going to terminus. I'm going to wipe your board. I have 4 cards in hands. You have 1. Do something about it.
Jeskai really rewards you for like knowing what you're up against and being willing to be really patient. Because like when I first started playing Control, it's like, look at all these counter spells. Counter this, counter this, counter
yes,
this.
I'm just
and then
say.
you don't counter their 4th Lingus and you go, now I'm dead.
You can let them land a 2-mana 2/2, like that does maybe one thing when it enters. Like, that's not going to kill you. Maybe you can waste like a bolt on that.
Game's not over until you're at 0 life. Like,
yes. I love stabilizing.
Like,
I've stabilized at 0 life, thanks to the ult of that 3-mana like Gideon of the Trials.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was at 1 life at a Friday night, and I just like force of willed. I had 0 life. I had Gideon in play, and I'm like, kill this.
Well,
it was great. I won that game.
That's odd.
Gideon was in play. Shout out to Gideon.
I do think Jeskai proper does struggle into combo.
A skilled
because
patient.
you need to have the interaction at the right time.
Yeah.
But not having the hand attack is tough. So like, there's a case that maybe Jeskai Black is like marginally better. Maybe not marginally, maybe significantly. I don't know. I'm not dying.
It also gives it op agent, and maybe in that case, you're in a combo heavy meta. Yes, that would be the case.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to like our regular play at RLGS, people just don't play combo because they don't want to just like be that guy.
Yeah. I do think there's sort of an element here where all of these are like really strong decks, but there is a very solid chance you will go into a random tournament and just get destroyed by some guy's brew that you have never seen before in your life.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's why this conversation is interesting, because while I do believe that Rakdos is the best, like it can get mucked by either of these 2 decks.
Yep. And while Jeskai
and all vice versa.
strong, I could get mucked by Flash Hulk if you have like hand attack and a force, or hand attack and a spell pierce, or Veil of Summer. If Veil of Summer goes off, you're free to go.
both you guys.
There's nothing I can do.
Die to Price of Progress. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if the game goes long.
Yeah, I'm
True.
like, I don't think, I'm not trying to play lands past, like, the third one.
That's fair.
I mean, if anything, like a 3-mana tutor plus 2 mana left over to flash is like, that's 5 lands.
Even if Price deals 4 damage, it's still not bad.
Still pretty good.
It's not awful.
It's like Flame Rip, but one-sided.
Wow, hold on. One-sided. You're taking 4.
Oh,
You
yeah.
play Badlands.
Price Progress exists.
Does it matter? Not really. But you're taking
Oh,
it.
Sure
yeah,
doesn't.
for you.
I did recently add more swamps to the deck just because, like, I was getting mucked by my own Blood Moon too much, and I was like, okay, gotta put more basic swamps in. So,
And you only need like one.
I used to be on the colorless Eldrazi in medium red with a bunch of pain lands. Now I kept getting destroyed by my own Price, my own Moon. I was just like, I can't keep doing this. I took like 5 at one point off of like One Ring, Pain Lands, Ancient Tomb. I was like, this is not sustainable.
yeah, you gotta pick your battles a little bit. But
Life's a resource, but sometimes you're paying too much of it.
I missed
But
that.
I think Jeskai, the reason it's up there is it draws in more enfranchised players, just because like as you play more, you get more experience, you become better, and like people who are really good at the game, like seeing a really talented Jeskai pilot, it's like it feels unbeatable sometimes. You're like, how do you always have it?
Yeah.
How do you have everything all the time? You have 7 cards all the time. You always have counter spells, and you have this Pyroglyph in play. Like, how is this happening? And like watching that happen, it's like,
Even if
and
you
then
did
you
nothing
try and do it, and you're like, the remand is the only card in my hand, and it's like, how is it? So
Yeah, and it's like
having the
oftentimes
experience is
if
like
they're
really
like
powerful.
looking back, they're just like, oh yeah, you should have bottom topped instead of top bottom with your Serum Visions on turn 1.
Yeah,
And
it's those
then-
little like micro decisions that like really
Scries,
flip the
those
game.
Yup. Again, you were saying taking game actions is fun. That's why a lot of us enjoy Jeskai, because you just get even just cantripping a bunch and doing nothing feels good. It's also funny that Jeskai is the only deck that we all actually have. Even though you don't play it very much, Adam, you still have it put together, question mark?
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah.
It's like I think I built it for my battle box just because it is like one of the largest decks in the format. And I think it does a great job at like teaching players sort of what a interactive deck can look like.
Yeah.
And there's also so many resources out there, like decks and like people who are very invested in the deck itself that can like teach you or like share resources about the deck. And you can watch like as new sets come out, like what cards make it into Jeskai. There could be an entire like set review every set just for like what are the Jeskai cards.
Oh yeah.
Well, and at this rate, it doesn't seem like they're going to stop printing good blue cards. And so,
Oculus, Wan Shi Tong.
like, Oculus, Wan Shi Tong, Quantum Riddler, Consult the Star Charts, Brain Surge, Stock Up. I mean, these are all relatively new cards.
The
And they're all
introduction,
staples.
the introduction of Brain Surge, Flame of Honor, and Stock Up, like making divinations good with a ton of card selection, like it feels so good to go up on cards. With like you have 4 mana, you do that, you have 1 up for your path, like it's so good.
It's very versatile.
Love those cards. Like it's a deck that loves to go long. Like it feels just so fun to play and so good to play. Even if you're like starting to lose life or like you're low on cards, like you're still living off the top of your deck, and the card quality is so high you might just live.
Because sometimes you just go Terminus Ancestral Recall, and then you just win the game.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I also, speaking on Stop Up, I feel like they've done this thing recently that they've just stopped doing middles. Like, we used to have temples. Now we have surveils. There was no middle ground. There was no, all right, this is temples, but it's fetchable. All right, this is a 1 mana, it taps for a mana of any color, or it taps for a mana of 1 color, ETB surveil, fetchable, but it's only 1 color. They just went straight from temples to surveils, which is crazy.
Yep.
They went from Stock Up to divination, right? They've stopped doing these middle points where they get to slowly ramp it up to see how good it is. They just print something busted and they're like, here, figure it out.
To be fair, they did print an instant speed divination before Stock Up.
It's true.
Yeah.
But to your point though, like Stock Up, Brain Surge, Consult the Star Charts, they're closer to like Dig Through Time than divination.
It's also cool because a deck like
Dig Through
Jeskai,
Time is a point.
if you look at the spread of when all the cards in it were printed, you have like the very first set, the most recent stuff, and there's like a massive spread of like greatest hits of Magic that are in that deck. And like as new cards come in, yes, you'll put those in, and whatever the worst card in your deck is, or like the worst few, those go out. Like in a way.
I'm enough of a Canlander boomer now to where you'll just mention cards that are not in Jeskai and anymore. I just go like,
Yeah.
like you did that for Comet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think some will still play it if you're like more mid-range.
I think it's
than
fine
control.
to play it, but I don't think it's like an auto-include anymore.
Yeah, I'm not playing it right
I just
now.
have too much PTSD about people rolling like 666, and then I die.
Or like, Comet roll, get my Ancestral back. Great. Ancestral next turn. Comet says Ancestral back. Great.
Yeah. Sometimes you get Ancestral back. Sometimes you pay 4 mana for Comet and you get back Ponder, and it's like,
That's still good.
now you're dead. It's like, so,
It's still good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to soak up life and give you Ponder back.
I think that's a good point, though. Like, Jeskai is kind of just, I think that's why it's been a mainstay for so long. It just is the greatest hits. But like Rakdos, I'm playing a lot of new cards in Rakdos. Like,
Yeah, all these ones I have to
like I
read.
just added Moon Shadow because that card's just a better
Yeah, the one drop.
Stalactite Stalker.
Mhm.
You know, they keep printing all these new cards that keeps pushing this deck further and further. I still love Jund. I still think Jund is great. I
What?
do think Rakdos is better.
I remember about a year ago, there was a discussion on the Discord for an archetype called Goth Moon. What makes that different than
people are
Rakdos
still doing
aggro?
that.
I have no idea. I've never seen that.
As I understand it, they've got.
I think that might be heavier black.
Mid-range maybe
more
as well
mid-range
than
I think.
aggro.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's definitely the mid-range.
I will say. You're calling it Rakdos aggro, which I think is fair because you are more slanted towards aggro. I think Rakdos midrange plays 80% of the same cards. I think they just printed so many good Rakdos cards in the past 2 years that it's just like play these colors, play new cards, win games.
The key difference that at least for me, what I'm differentiating it is Rakdos midrange is more on like the Vamp package. And
With Metamorphosis
With
Fanatic.
Metamorphosis Fanatic. I think that's a little overrated in Rakdos. I think I would rather play another threat than like potentially setting up a Meta Fanatic line. Meta Fanatic is undeniably powerful. And like in the situations where it's good, it's really good. But I just like going faster. Like my ideal spread is just Mox, Soul Ring, Ancient Tomb. Like I want to go as fast as possible because these threats are so efficient and a lot of them have haste. And the ones that don't have haste, rip your hand apart or do something else. And it's just like bing, bang, boom, you're dead. And a lot of the mid-range lists, I see they're playing a lot of like 3 mana do-nothings.
Yeah. Midnight
And-
Trespasser.
Graveyard Trespasser?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
so good.
I'm not saying those cards are bad, but my rule for Rakdos is if my 3-drop doesn't have haste, it needs to be doing something insane. Like Baragoi for Opposition Agent, but like I'm not on Urborg Scavengers, which is, that card's really cool.
I love
That's
that
such a cool
card.
card.
You're right, but I love that card.
I need my 3-drops to have haste. So like Lelia, Tersa Light Shatter, like these cards
Tersa's
just
so good.
get in there and go. And like, I'm fine with my 2 mana cards not having haste, but if my 3 mana card doesn't have haste, I need it to be doing something really fucking good. Like
That's fair.
Yeah.
that's just my personal.
As a whole,
Take.
for Magic cards, yes. The whole dice to bolt argument you're talking about right now. It's like something just has to do something.
If
You're
they
right.
untap, I feel like weirdly enough, sorcery speed answers have gotten a lot better as like creatures and planeswalkers have gotten better. A lot of times your opponent will untap and play some sort of like Moloch-esque card, 3 fairy, something that sort of
Charismatic ending.
something that gains advantage when they play it. So oftentimes, if you play something that needs to sit there, it needs to be insane, or you will just have your opponent play something that's tempo positive that kills it immediately, and now you have to deal with a 3 fairy, 1 loyalty, a 3/3 or 4/4 Moloch, a Pyroglyph.
You want to always be like trading up to like, because Rakdos' biggest problem is it does run out of cards pretty fast. Because like all your stuff is cheap and your threats are really efficient, and you're doing a lot of like pitching to like Inti or something or Lelia, and sometimes you just can't cast the stuff because those cards are always a little awkward too, where it's like you want to cast Lelia, but you always want to like flip a land off of it, but sometimes you need to play the land to get the Lelia, but then sometimes you're like, I just gotta attack. So
Yeah, getting a counter is not bad.
that's why you kill people fast, so it doesn't matter that you don't have any cards.
Yeah,
But
I love Lelia, but she does give me a headache sometimes.
sometimes it's
Yep.
like, why can't this be anything else?
I could play this thing with
I have-
haste, or I can get card advantage off Lelia. What do?
I have to remember every card in my deck to think about whether I want to play this land first or second main phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The premier mono red pilot of the format.
People are saying that. Not the guy that
People are
almost
saying
won the Euro. It's me.
You and him just need to
I know, we're talking about all the decks that are like best, and only one of them showed up and they got kicked out.
Shellacked.
Okay, that's true. Weirdly enough, you look at the year end, and I think a lot of them have said they all tried to meta really hard against combo,
Yeah, it did seem that way.
and then like no combo showed.
Yeah, only one combo showed up and got shellacked.
I think
'Cause
combo just had such a huge target that a lot of people dodged playing it because they didn't want to play against a field of like dreams of steel and oil.
Yeah.
Like,
But what a card.
Card might be underrated.
Card's good.
I'm not.
Might be underrated.
I'm not playing it.
Me neither.
I do.
I'm just saying this so maybe
I agree it's
their decks
underrated.
worse.
I'm not sure
If
it's
you have
good,
one
but I
friend
do
you
agree
play
it's
Canlander
underrated.
with and they only have one card, yes, it's a great card. One deck, it's a great card.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, actually, one thing before we move on, one thing that I have been thinking more and more is just, I think it might be just old people don't know how to play or build decks in Canlander. You need to accept that any card made in 2016 is not good. You have to play the busted stuff from the past 2 years. You have to play the busted stuff from the first 2 years of Magic. There is no in between. That
With an asterisk.
I made a comment about
That's a
Snapcaster
stretch,
Mage
but it's like-
a bit ago, and you said that's not good anymore. And I'm like,
it's kind of like a 90th card.
it is really funny because like there are so many cards that do the same thing now.
Your Dread Hordes, your Mystic Sanctuaries.
No, it's like you might not like Spider-Punk, but if it's not in your deck, your deck's probably worse because of it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, funny story. I was playing against a check deck, and he invert polarities my Spider-Punk,
Wait.
and he
And
got
that's-
it,
Yeah.
which stopped him from countering my stuff.
Because it says spells can't be
It
countered.
just says spells can't be
Yeah.
countered, and he was like, "Wait, oh no!"
Oh.
It was so
That invert
funny.
polarity is hilarious because it's either nothing happens or I gain control of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was
That's
pretty
funny.
It was a funny little.
I've seen those with balance. It's like, I really hope I don't steal this.
I keep just bringing up the game I played against Jared last night. We played a lot of
It was
games.
great.
It was fun.
It's
It was
fun.
a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. Do we want to go to our final
I
segment?
think it's time.
Let's do it.
I want to hear this.
All right.
So, final segment is going to be hot take of the week.
This hot take
Zeke?
of the week is brought to you by me. This is something I've been noodling around with my head. My hot take of the week is that if you are playing green in your deck, and your deck is playing a good amount of green, I want to make it clear that you need to be,
Green core.
green needs to be not just a splash.
You're not just like, check.
No, you need to be playing green. You should be playing fast bond.
All right. So,
No.
mono green aggro.
Mhm.
Fastball.
Oh, look. I have 2 lands on my opening hand and fast bond. Oh, look. I have 2 lands in play. Oh, look. I would have 2 lands in play on turn 2 anyway. I'm playing.
So the argument of it's bad when it's bad is not a good argument to me.
True. But I'm also
Because
saying.
any card is when it's bad is bad. It like yes, when you draw a Mox on turn 8, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But if your hand, let's if we're in this mono green fantasy,
Sure.
if your hand is 4 lands, fastball, and questing beast,
Turn 2.
You should mulligan
or
that.
five lands,
You should mulligan
fastball,
that.
and questing beast. I mean, that's kind of fun.
You should
I think
mulligan
it's
that.
fun.
Sick.
But, like, if they have any removal
It's kind of
that's.
sick.
I mean, yes, there's
You
a
should
whole
mulligan
dice to
that
removal.
hand.
If fastball acts as like a dark ritual, I think that's good enough.
It's a dark ritual that's also 4 cards instead of 1.
Yeah, but it's so card negative. It's not Dark Ritual, it's Chimney Imp.
Yes, you could, but this is like the commander player saying, oh, if I have these 6 cards in hand, I win. And also, like, I think Fast Bond might be, I mean, I haven't seen Fast Bond in a while. The only Fast Bond that I see these days is with somebody who's at our LGS who plays it and does great
This is
things
why I'm
with
bringing
it.
it up. Because there are a lot of games where our buddy plays land, fast bond, 3 more lands, casts a 3-drop, and that's his whole turn. That seems good to me. Getting stuff out super fast, it just seems like it's good.
How about an opening hand of 5 lands, Fast Bond, the 1 ring?
Okay, well, yes.
That would be cool.
Actually, ooh.
So, your argument is now when a card is good, it's good.
No, okay.
My
try to steal
argument
me.
you're stealing me?
Yeah, I do think like the One Ring is a good example because there's more and more cards like this that snowball. A Roboroi. is another good one,
Mm-hmm.
right? And just getting those out really, really early and allowing them to snowball. Undermountain Adventure, another one.
Mm-hmm.
Those seem a lot more enticing.
Play the land that you get off of it.
Because you can just jam those as soon as possible. They get better and better the earlier you're casting them.
Yeah.
Minsk and Boo, right?
Yeah.
Like Questing Beast, if they just force your Questing Beast, if they just untap and flame slash it, if they path it, if they swords it, then you're just in such a bad spot. But if they do that to Undermountain Adventure, you go scry 2, you go slam something else because you just scryed 2.
Yeah, and what I'm not saying is that fast bond. You shouldn't keep hands that are bad because they have fast bond in them. That might happen if you do play fast bond. But when it's good, I think it's going to be very good because you're going to be accelerating so much faster. And then, especially in like, I'm saying this and I have fast bond in none of my decks, but
I was gonna say.
I thought about this yesterday, so I was just.
You should build a
might
deck
update
with
decks.
I'm going to try it.
fast bond.
I want to see this. I
just-
want you to prove us all wrong.
I think that the upside of it giving you a Dark Ritual is it's the same mana value as Dark Ritual, and it's a card, and people play Dark Ritual.
I guess
I
you do keep
understand
the
that
land
you
in
need
play.
other lands, and I understand that you need other cards in your hand. But what if you play? What if all the card did is you played Fastmont and then you played 2 lands, and now you're a land ahead, and you pass the turn, you got a couple other cards in your hand, and now you're basically a turn ahead.
That would be a terrible card.
I'm like,
You're saying it's bad to be up lands on your opponent?
One land, yes.
you're up 1 land and you've also like haven't done
Hitting land
anything,
drops
and
is
you
one of the
still
most
have
important
like,
things you can do in the game.
2 or 3 less cards in your hand than your opponent.
Yes. Well, okay. My point is that if you keep fast on 2 lands, then all it did is accelerate you 1 land that you would have gotten there anyways.
So you're
right?
playing 2 cards for 1 more mana, which
Like,
Mox
all you're
could've
getting
done.
is
That's
one
like
extra
saying
play of a land.
that's like saying your mana dork is not good because you're going to get to 3 mana anyways. It's like you can get there faster.
Well, yeah, but you're not actually getting there faster with your example, right?
Okay, so if
If you have 3 mana on
lands,
turn
is that
2.
better?
Yeah,
If I
yes.
say 3 lands?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll say
Because that's
3
what he
lands.
was doing in your example. Is I'm going
You
to
get
play all my
really
stuff
locked
and
in
then a
on
3.
like a semantic thing that I
I
said,
do.
and
I
then you just and then
You do that.
You're such.
But okay, my main point is that ultimately,
You
all our
understand the
decks
essence
play-
of what I'm saying.
All our decks play like roughly 1/3 lands, right?
Give or take.
Give or take.
About. I'm very much rounding. But so assume Fastbond is in there.
Mhm.
That means you'll on average have 2 other lands. I don't think it's good if you have 2 lands in hand, right?
3 lands in hand, maybe. But
And
like,
at 3, then you're
Yeah.
getting 2
When it's
additional
bad,
land
it's
drops.
not good.
Well, yeah,
Sure.
but my point is that on average it'll be bad, right?
yeah. And you were saying
I'm
if
just
you
thinking-
evaluate a card,
What I'm saying is, I think the upside of it potentially being good offsets the downside of when it's like not that good.
It's also sort of
It just seems pretty low impact to me. That sometimes you just roll the dice and like, yeah, when you draw mana crypt on turn 5, it's bad. But when you have mana crypt in your opening hand, it's pretty fucking good.
But if you're rolling the dice and you need to hit a 9 or higher, I feel like you shouldn't be rolling those dice. You should pick a different die set. This is like 2d6.
If you're rolling dice. and
he's
then
getting into the math of this. Never mind.
talking
But
about a bunch
anyway,
of fucking
it's also
dorks.
it's also I feel like there are very, I'm gonna say 70% of the time, Mox Diamond might be better,
Ah.
right?
Yeah.
But the 30% of the time when it's not, this is my argument, is that when it's good, it's like insane.
It-
And when it's bad, it's bad. Sure.
It's
Why
also-
not just play cards that are average or good all the time?
Because this is kind of a high rolly format.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah,
That's
it is.
true.
So
Sometimes you
I'm
get
just
mana
trying to think of fun ways to high roll more. And I feel like sometimes you just,
We need more than
when
just
you have
Mox.
it, it's really fun.
More than
What
just
it-
a Mox start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mock Starts are a great example of like sometimes when you have it, you just win. And
Yeah.
sometimes when you don't.
The last MBXP, my Mana Crypt White Plume, I was like, question mark? This man did not look happy. But we did it.
It's a 1 mana card.
It is a 1 mana
You
card.
do have to cut something else from your deck.
Yeah.
But it's 1 mana. It's like I said, even if it ramps you 2 lands ahead, like
Yeah. I mean,
You're gonna draw more cards.
Well, okay.
Maybe it's good in Academy
will
where you
have this.
wheel and you can be like, oh, here's all these new lands.
There is an Academy version that plays
Yeah.
Fast Bond.
People have been saying that. Like, you fast bond, you wheel, and then you just get so much extra.
Oh,
That's
this
like
is
a real thing.
This is a vintage cube deck, but also this is a thing. You can do it.
I think when fast bond got put from 1 to 0, they were afraid of that. They were afraid of like Academy and wheel decks getting to just free roll fast bond, go crazy.
How do we?
And none of them did.
I just think the card is crazy and like it doesn't get played a lot. And I was just like, what if we played it more?
Can we all start playing Dizzy Spell?
You certainly can.
That'd be so good.
To get fast bond?
Yeah, or Ancestral.
And you're talking about when it's bad for me to have a couple extra lands to play, and you're like, what if we already are at 3 mana and then at sorcery speed go get it, and then cast it, and then somehow you have more lands still in your hand? What deck are you playing? And in what world are you not dead playing Canadian Highlander because it's clearly turn 4 or 5?
Dizzy spell. I haven't thought about that card since 2019.
I was looking at more ways to get Ancestral, and I'm like, Dizzy Spell.
Dizzy spell, baby.
Because there's all those 2 and 3 mana transmuters. I'm like, what if there's a 1 mana transmuter? I look.
There
Dizzy
is.
Spell. What does it do again? -3,
Transmuting.
-0?
-3, -0.
Transmuting,
Instant.
every time I
I cast
transmute
it a few
it just
times.
feels so terrible.
Transmuting what?
Just in general.
Yeah, because
It just
like
feels slow.
sorcery speed.
I usually
you know what it
right
is.
after, but I just don't like. It just feels clunky to me.
What? I kind of see what you mean, but whenever my opponent does it, I'm always just like sitting there with a counterspell in hand, just like.
I think it's one of those things where when you're doing it, you're like, this is like when I transmute Teleria West to go get Teleria Academy, and then like I can't play it that turn, or like it's not
Because
going
you
to
had to play land for turn.
I had to do the other thing. It's like, what am I even doing? And then I win the next turn. It's like, oh, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it feels bad. It's kind of like when someone plays Blood Moon, and you're like, it destroys you, and then when I play Blood Moon, it does nothing. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I think that's a universal experience.
I've been there, yeah.
But anyway, so that's my take. Is I think fast bond should be played more. Apparently, no one else agrees.
I would like to see empirical evidence.
It's a hot
doing
take for a
good.
reason, baby.
Odds.
All right, well, you'll love my hot take for next time.
I'm doubtful, but I want to see you put this in decks.
I gotta put my money where my mouth is. It will be in medium Selesnya next week.
Deal. All I know is I love admitting that I'm wrong because that means I'm right.
And my deck might be worse because of it.
Let's see what happens.
This take, I might have talked myself out of it while having this discussion. But also, I stand by it.
Great.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see you in some gameplay, and we'll see you losing to us. Hopefully, you tilt out and cut it.
That probably will happen.
True.
But
And
I'm living in this magical Christmas land where it seems so good. But it's probably because I'm playing against a guy whose deck is built around it. But I'm just like, but what if it was me and I was casting a 4-drop on turn?
It is probably really good if you can cast 4 drops on turn 2.
That's what I'm saying.
I will say in general.
I cast a 4-drop on turn 2 against us, and that's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I did lose that game. That was one of the ones I mentioned.
I
Where
rest
it was
my
like,
case, Your Honor.
if it snowballs, it's really good.
Yeah.
It might actually, you might be ahead of your time. There's a chance here. Magic keeps going on the same sort of path where stuff starts to snowball, like the One Ring, like a Roboroid.
It has to.
And in like 2029, this card's busted and insane, and they bumped it to 3 points.
I agree.
It's awesome.
You heard it here first. Zeke's a genius. Adam said it. You heard it.
You
heard it. Lock it in. All right.
All right. Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
it.
I think that's it.
Rad. Thank you so much for coming to episode 1 of the Mox Monkeys Podcast. I've been Jeff.
I've been Adam.
And I've been Zeke.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.